a next session. Today is the 2nd of July. I have a new team member, Josh, who doesn't know much about alpacas. He has handled horses before. We're going to have Josh gently go in that panel and then close it behind you. Alpha won't be afraid, although he doesn't recognize Josh like he recognizes Tavis. And the reason Josh is out here is because I'm going to try to slowly, one tiny baby step at a time, teach Alpha. Now walk up to him and hold on to his neck. Now if he's scared, it's okay. You will see if you watch some Urban Alpaca Girl shows that I've already filmed, he'll calm down. He's gonna understand that you're just putting his halter on. And I've seen people on YouTube with a cane. I have a cane. They just put the cane around the neck and the alpaca stops. He doesn't understand that, but if you're behind his ears, if you can get him to stand for you, if you can't, that's maybe as much as we can do today. Then what I'm going to do is take you into the house and show you one of our first Urban Alpaca Girl shows.
Do they like to be petted?
He doesn't like to be petted, not on the face. Alpacas don't like that. But both my alpacas will allow me to pet them on their back. And he's watching you, he's just not sure. And look where Beta is. He's watching too. We call him Beta because he learns from Alpha. Okay, this is our small area. Definitely, if you're trying to train an alpaca for haltering, you want to do it in a small area. Actually put the halter down and walk. No, leave it in your hand, but put it down in your hand and walk up to him and try to put your arm around his neck. He's not going to get No, they think, okay, I'm out of here. And then I use that sound and he knows that's the wrong answer. The reason we're doing this is because I want my daughter, my youngest daughter, to bring her 4-year-old here. And I want him to be able to ride Alpha. Any child under 100 pounds is
food?
No, I don't train with food. I do give treats afterwards. But I train with this philosophy. Apply pressure if they're giving you the wrong answer. Remove the pressure when they're giving you the right answer. Okay, he's kind of curious. What are you doing? I'll tell you what you could do. Take the lead line that's on that halter and kind of toss it over his neck and see if you can get him to stop with the lead line. That will be our sub-objective today. He will soon understand a couple more lessons that, that's all he wanted to do was put that halter on me. He's not the least bit scared of halters. He just doesn't know what you want from him right now. And the way Tavis did it months ago is he kind of tossed the end of the lead line over the neck and then grabbed it and then applied a little bit of pressure and Alpha would stop. And see what would happen if you try that today. And then when we go in the house, I'll show you one of our first Urban Alpaca Girl shows, how we did it. That's a good idea. He's wondering what you're doing. This is a different approach. Okay. I used to train with a clicker. I dropped my clicker out here somewhere and I haven't found it. But some people do train with treats in their hand. I don't do that because back then when I was doing 1,200-pound horses, if you didn't happen to have your treat, they were very insistent that you give them a treat. And they got pushy, and I didn't like that. He's wondering what you want. And by the way, do you see Lulu? She comes out and watches from the fence. So this is going to be halter training for alpaca riding. This is going to be our first video. And when we can mutually agree on times to meet here, especially since it's not winter and we don't have to worry about rain and lightning. But we'll do it by mid-morning so that we don't have to worry about too much heat. He just doesn't know what you want. But we will, with repetition, explain it to him.
It's okay.
He's trying to say, what's next, Pop? Oh, and he's making that little alpaca hum.
What's that bird?
He's trying to figure it out. You know, now what? Now what? See? Josh does not know alpacas, but they're not hard to know. They're so willing, and they're only a couple 100 pounds. They do kick out a little bit, but never has anybody been kicked. As you get closer, okay, that's another possibility. Do your own, whatever's logical to you. Next time I'll bring my cane out, I'll leave it out here. I've seen women put the cane end around the neck and the alpaca came to her. They understood. He is trying very hard to understand what you're asking. And I have to say this about Alpha and Beta. They are very willing. If only they understood. Yeah, that's okay, good. He doesn't know you yet. He doesn't always stand there for me, but when I come out to give carrots, if he's around and I pet him on his back, he usually doesn't walk away. He knows. Kind of side up to him. Instead of facing him, kind of side up to him. If you can put your arm around his neck, don't be afraid. He's not gonna be violent. He just doesn't know what we want him to do. And we are going to give him a perceived purpose. Yes, good. Good. Eventually, when we do get the halter on him, and we've got the step up, I want to go out and kind of start touching him on his back and on his sides of his belly. So he'll be desensitized to those feelings. And then I have a small, lightweight saddle that's made out of cloth. We'll put it on him. And then one baby step at a time, we'll start putting weight in the saddle. But hopefully no more than 100 pounds of weight. And then I have never seen a video for a llama or an alpaca where a bit is used in their mouth. We just get the halters on, we have ground driving lines or reins attached, and they understand with verbal commands what it is we want them to do next. Try to use your logic and your sensitivity to get him to trust you, to allow you to stand there and touch him. And it is notoriously true with alpacas, they don't like to be touched on their heads. Yeah, good, good. He's seeing you do that. And when you reach out, try not to do it real high, just try to touch him on the side. I'm just using logic and all my experience with training Morgan horses and mini cows for decades, both of which I bred, both Morgan horses and mini cows. And yes, Josh noticed that Beta is biting on the fence. They have no teeth on the top, so they do that a lot. It's typical. Okay, so kind of reach out now and touch him on the side of his body. Give him a nice pet. Yes. Yes. Yes, he wasn't ready to run. Do another step or two and reach out without doing too much reaching, but just touch them. Yes, and then pet them. And they do kick out sometimes, especially if you touch them on the lower part of the leg. And some of my more recent Urban Cowgirl shows is about how we're desensitizing them to that feeling. Because if they're pulling a cart and something touches them on the lower part of their leg, we don't want them kicking out and getting involved with the shafts of the cart, which won't move.
Okay.
Right? So we're doing this one tiny baby step at a time. We've actually made quite a bit of progress. Watch his ears. Yeah, and he might even decide to follow you. And Beta is kind of watching, doing what alpacas do. Okay, you might consider picking up that lead line again and trying to put it around his neck. And when he feels it around his neck, he will walk away, but you're going to apply a little bit of pressure on his neck. And from my experience with Tavis, all these months, he will stand still. He's just not sure. He's looking around. I would put the halter down on your near your leg and walk back up to him now with the halter in your hand and see if he'll let you touch him. We're trying to establish trust and communication. And Josh is using some logic. Maybe if I back up and then reach out like I did a little while ago, he'll let me touch him. He didn't run away. He's watching you out of his peripheral vision. And when you're ready, reach out and just make it feel good. Yes. Sub-objective. Being reached. He's not walking away. He's wondering, yes, okay, that was a little bit more pressure, but we'll be able to add more touching and more pressure with each and every lesson. We'll be able to desensitize him for feelings that he doesn't understand and go down to his level. Okay, now he said, what's he doing that for? Okay, he's not sure. That's okay. Oh, and now he's humming. He's just not sure what's next. When you watch what Tavis and I do, because of how often we've done it, they understand what's next and they're not afraid. And not only do we put halters on them, we put breast harnesses on.
Wow.
And we are aiming right now to have the alpacas pull, not a cart, but some pull devices that we have over there to the right. You see where I'm looking with the camera? They're PVCs with connections that we can eventually connect to the lines that come from their harnesses. Oh, okay, now he's eating. He's not too worried. That's okay. His ears are back. He's not running. He's not looking like he has concerns. What I'd like you to do is just stand up again. There's always a moment of resolution that you look for with each training session. I want you to try to put your hand on his back and then walk away. If he's not going to run from you, okay, now he did show a little bit of resistance, right? Back up. No. Okay. All right. Approach him. Use your logic, your demeanor. Alpha is definitely watching you. Beta is definitely watching you. And remember, you're a stranger to them today. They will not be afraid of you in the future. Just hang that up. That's good. Yeah, see if you can get close to him without him walking away from you. Pet him and then walk away. And then when their lesson is done, they kind of know it. You open the panel outward and they know they get to go back out to do what they always do. Now, if anybody is watching this video that has a child that is no more than about 100 pounds and would like that child to learn how to ride an alpaca, please let me know. Make comments on my YouTube video or email me at sonyasokolow@gmail.com. SONYASOKOLOW@gmail.com. Okay, Alpha's coming towards him. He's saying, why is he down on his knees? He's trying to figure it out. But he's not nervous. He's not worried. He's gonna eat the dry grasses in here because, of course, that's a drive that he has. And if he comes up and kind of investigates you, we'll call that our moment of resolution. We want each lesson to end on a good note. And they don't seem to mind coming back for their next lesson. What I hear back here is Beta humming now. He's kind of watching, communicating. He will learn from what Alpha's doing. And remember, we're eventually going to use this step up to get higher than Alpha and start putting some touches on his back from above. His ears aren't back. He's just curious, trying to figure it out. I'm going to let you choose the moment of resolution. If you feel that you have a good communication link with Alpha, then walk up to the gate, the panel, and open it up. And he'll know he's done with his lesson. In some respects, I have to tell you that training an alpaca is easier than training a horse. But I never had any trouble training my mini cows. And you'll see those shows in Urban Cowgirl Show. Yeah, Alpha knows you're opening it for him, and you want to step away, step back, and he will go through looking around, making sure, remember they're prey animals. Okay, now open the panel back up the way it was with angle. This way, no, this way. We leave it open when we're not working in here. They get to come in here and graze on the dry grasses, or just lay down and have a good time. Now go open the gates. You see they want to go back out to where they're used to being. Open the gates to the way they were, and then we'll go in and upload this video. Oh, and one more thing, Josh, I set this corridor up to be about the size of, it's actually a little bigger than it used to be, of a cart shaft opening. Because I want the boys to realize that they're going to have those cart shafts along their bodies. Okay, so try to chain it open. And they're going out of the back gate. Creatures of habit will open that one and open the panel, the gate that goes into the big pasture. Those two. And I'm going to be here videoing the boys. See, they're watching. They're watching Josh. They're not afraid. They're just not sure. And remember, I'm Sonia Sokolow, the urban alpaca girl, but remember that I'm 81 years old, and I am only 120 pounds. So eventually, I may even just want to get up on Alpha, as long as I have support, in case he gets too upset And eventually he'll be desensitized to having a lightweight human being on his back. Okay, we're opening the gates. And then the big pasture gate behind you, the one that goes to the big pasture. And remember, I only let them out in the big pasture during the day because I worry about neighborhood dogs and wildlife out there, and I don't have lights out there or cameras out there yet. Okay, this was our first session, and we're gonna call it Training for Alpaca Riding. Sonia Sokolow, the Urban Alpaca Girl Show, at camera. Goodbye for now.